All right, pasta time. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm gonna show you guys a very simple Alfredo pasta recipe. This will be sort of a throwback. I think I've done this on my channel maybe once or twice, or at least a variation of it. It's always nice to have a refresher, and this one has a really beautiful garnish that I'm excited about. So let's dive into the recipe. All right, so we're gonna start out with some flour. You can use all-purpose, but what's preferred is 00 flour. It has a high gluten content, which makes it very stretchy and elastic. But if you don't have that, all-purpose will do. Make a little well in the center, egg yolks in, get all the yolks out, olive oil, and then salted water. And the only reason I use salted water is because if you're using kosher salt or some sort of crunchy salt and it doesn't dissolve, what happens when you start passing it through the pasta machine, it tends to rip it up just because those big flakes haven't dissolved yet and act like little shards of glass. When I was working at Gordon Ramsay's restaurant here in West Hollywood, one of the sous chefs made that mistake with one of their really fancy saffron egg pastas. Made a really huge batch of it and ended up shredding every single ravioli he tried to make, and basically threw out like $500 worth of lobster shrimp ravioli. That was a very bad day. Anyways, all right, so you're gonna mix this, just slowly incorporate the flour into the wet ingredients. You can always readjust the wall, but basically once it's a paste, you don't have to worry about it spilling everywhere. All right, so you have your mass of dough. You're gonna need this quite a bit until it becomes really nice and elastic. You can start to see that it's really coming together and it's getting softer and more supple with each turn. And you're just kind of taking it, folding it over, and I go right side in, right side in, right side in, right side in. And this takes about a good 10 minutes. All right, now we are gonna wrap this in plastic and let it rest for at least 30 minutes. So while the pasta is resting, I'm gonna make a really quick fried caper garnish. Some frying oil, canola, peanut, safflower, whatever you like. Something that has a very high smoke point. Capers, I wanna make sure these are relatively dry when you drop them in the oil. You'll know these are ready when they stop popping aggressively and they just start to almost sizzle. That way they still contain some of the acidity from the capers, but they are super crispy. That usually goes with any sort of deep frying. As soon as those big bubbles start to dissipate, usually all the moisture is cooked out, or at least most of it has. Ooh, man, there's something very special about fried capers. So good. All right, now it's time for the pasta again. Clean all this off. Okay, so unwrap this, nice and rested. Beautiful. You're gonna roll it out and divide it. Cover the other half with plastic so it doesn't dry out as you work. Taper the edges a little bit. You're gonna wanna pass this at least 1 or 2 times on the largest setting, like a 0 or 1, just because it allows the dough to settle a bit. The first pass or 2 is just kind of a little gummy. It wants to kind of bunch the dough up. So just keep passing it until it flows freely. There you go. Now you slowly taper. Now I'm going to 2. Just make sure as you're passing it, don't pull on the dough, because it'll stretch it. There you go. This is about where you want it. You want a pretty hearty noodle when it comes to fettuccine Alfredo. You don't want it like as delicate as like a ravioli type wrapping, or it's gonna be really thin. This is about good. All right, so now I'm gonna do my fancy little attachment here. It's gonna make some beautiful fettuccine. That is satisfying. Now you can't cook this straight away if you want, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of twist it up and let it dry with just a little bit of flour so it doesn't stick together. I'm gonna let that sit for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, but you could technically dry this and just put it in an airtight container and it lasts for quite a while, maybe a week or so. All right, pasta's drying out, it looks beautiful. Freshly peeled garlic. If you guys want a really easy hack on how to peel fresh garlic in like less than 10 seconds, go check out my TikTok/Instagram reels, and I have a super helpful tip with it. All right, so I'm gonna mince this up. Nice and minced. A little bit of olive oil. Fry up the garlic. All right, you don't want any color on this, so that's about good. In goes the cream. Make it nice and saucy. Usually I like to put white wine in this, but since I don't have that, I'm gonna do a little lemon zest for a nice little pop of zesty citrus, and I'll add some lemon juice later. And then of course, some parmesan, and you want a very healthy portion. Oh man, it smells so good. Keep going till your heart's content. That should be good. Turn down the heat, just let it reduce gently. Oh man, that smells amazing. Now, one of the things that's really gonna thicken this actually is going to be the pasta itself when you add it to the cream, and a little bit of the pasta water because it has some of that flour content that's gonna just slightly thicken up the sauce. So that's a very important factor when it comes to making fettuccine alfredo. All right, this is nice and boiling. In goes the pasta. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna add just a little bit of the pasta water to this. And this cooks really fast. Nice and saucy. Wipe this down. Time to plate this up. So normally I plate this by the window because the lighting's really, really beautiful for food over there. But I'm gonna do this in real time just because I wanna change it up. A little messy. Fried capers right over the top. Torn celery. Really loving this instead of parsley. Basil. I'm just gonna go all out with this one. A little bit of cracked pepper. And of course, why not? Some fresh grated cheese, a little parmesan. All right guys, it's time to taste this bad boy. Fettuccine Alfredo, this looks great. Oh, I actually forgot, a little lemon juice. That was one of my things I wanted to add to this. Now it's time to dive in and run through the flavors. Oh, the fried capers. This is such a treat. There is nothing like homemade pasta, especially when it's egg pasta, the rich egg pasta. You got a little variation of texture with the slight crunch of the fried capers, and they have that beautiful salinity, that salty aspect, little kind of pickly flavor as well. That is good. I know it seems like a lot of garlic in the recipe, but honestly, it's just the perfect amount, that beautiful savory touch to it, that pop of flavor you're really looking for in fettuccine Alfredo. Holy smokes. I can't stop eating this. The basil, celery, just a beautiful little touch of herbs. Great pasta, really simple. I know sometimes thinking about making homemade pasta seems a little daunting. Super worth it. You can make a big batch, store it in an airtight container, use it throughout the week so you don't have to think about it after you put in the hard work. And it's really good with simple recipes like this. 3, 4, maybe 5 ingredient sauce. The fresh pasta cooks in like less than 2 minutes, so you don't have to worry about the cooking time with that at least. And all in all, you'll have something that your friends and family will brag about for a very, very long time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe to my channel. Make sure you click the notification bell. If you guys haven't been receiving my videos, I've seen a lot of comments like that, so make sure you click that bell and you'll be tuned in every time I post a video. Comment down below letting me know what you'd like to see on my channel. I'd say about 40% of the dishes that I come up with come from comments and requests, so make sure you guys drop a comment down below letting me know what you'd like to see. Ingredients will be down in the D box, so check that out. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time with another recipe. Later, folks.